Hello and welcome to this presentation for Speak Out Upper Intermediate, Unit 4.2 Grammar, Future Forms. Here we will look at how to talk about intentions, plans and predictions, as well as future facts. There'll be a couple of practice activities, plus some hints and pointers for further study and practice. In English there are many different ways to speak about the future, and there are differences in their meaning. Here we'll compare the following and look at why we use them. Some examples of these uses that you already know. But in English, just as we'll see from these examples, there are different uses of these structures and they have different meanings. So one way is to look at a summary by the use of these structures. The intentions and plans, we have will plus the infinitive for a decision made at the time of speaking. We call this a spontaneous decision, often used with I think. We use be going to plus the infinitive for a general intention or a plan. We can use I am hoping to or I am planning to with a similar meaning. We can use might and could plus the infinitive for an intention that isn't certain. We can also use present continuous for intentions and plans, but these are for definite arrangements, usually that have been agreed with somebody else in some way. For predictions, we can use will or won't plus the infinitive for a general prediction. We can often use this with verbs like hope, think, expect, know, guess, be sure, and also adverbs such as maybe, definitely, possibly, or probably. We can use be going to plus the infinitive for a prediction based on present evidence. We can use due to when something is expected or scheduled to happen. We can use be likely to, unlikely to for a prediction that is probable. We can use might and could plus an infinitive for a prediction that is not certain. For future facts, we can use the present simple to talk about schedules and timetables. This is often called the timetable future. We can use will plus the infinitive for future facts also. Another way to compare these structures is by looking at a summary by the structure itself. So here we can see that we have the use and the different structures along the top. So although the structure can have different meanings, it of course is very clear to understand the context in which we use it. So, will or won't can be used for spontaneous decisions or for predictions with a high degree of certainty, which can be strengthened or weakened with the different adverbs, such as definitely or probably. We often use the prediction with will or won't when it's based on guesswork, and will can also be used for stating a future fact. Be going to for plans and intentions is something that I have thought about previously. Predictions with a high degree of certainty based on some form of evidence. Present continuous, used for plans and intentions, but where it's a fixed plan agreed with somebody else. And present simple for timetables and schedules. So if we look at spontaneous decision versus plan versus a fixed agreement, I'll get the door, I'm going to buy a new jacket, I'm studying French next term. Well, I'll get the door is knocked, no plan was previously made, so it's a spontaneous decision to answer the door. I'm going to buy a new jacket, a plan or intention was made by the speaker before the time of speaking. And the last example here shows that where it's more than just a plan, there is actually a fixed agreement in place here. Probably the speaker has enrolled on the course and signed up for it, so it's definitely happening. We could use might, buy a new jacket. Still, there is a plan there that was considered before the time of speaking, but it's not certain. The plan is not definite. Compare these three. I'll have the chicken. The speaker is looking at the menu and decides now, I'm going to have the chicken. Speaker is perhaps at a famous restaurant for its chicken, so earlier in the day actually planned to choose that chicken meal for the dinner in the evening. So it is possible to actually think about what you are going to eat later today and have that plan. I'm having the chicken. This is also possible. Sometimes with dinners attended by a lot of people, the meals need to be pre-ordered so that everybody can be served the food at the same time. Here, the speaker has already arranged with the restaurant or the organizer of the event to have the chicken dish. This often happens, as an example, in England, when we are having a Christmas meal. Lots of people go out together, but the restaurant needs to know before who will have the set Christmas menu and who will have something else from the normal menu. If you go out with a large group of 10 or 20 people, it's impossible for a restaurant to prepare those 20 meals all at the same time to have them ready so people can eat together. So the arrangement was made beforehand, a fixed, agreed plan. When we talk about prediction, this of course looks at the strength of the speaker's certainty. But of course prediction and certainty is based on the speaker's opinion. Although the speaker might be certain that something will or won't happen, that doesn't mean it will. The speaker could be wrong. But there are different strengths of certainty, where the speaker is not sure that something is possible, but not certain to happen. Or of course, where the speaker is very sure or certain. So with this example, they won't win, talking about a sports team. The speaker is certain and confident of the outcome. We could add definitely in here to make it even more certain. But it usually, by using will or won't, is involving some form of guesswork. If we use they're going to win, and again, we could use definitely in here as well, the speaker is still very certain and confident, but there's normally present evidence. Might win, may win, could win. So of course this is possible, but it's not, the speaker is not certain. Might is more popular in spoken English. May is much more formal. We can also use likely to or unlikely to. We can add the adverb probably in here, which again brings down the certainty. Compare they'll definitely win to they'll probably win. The speaker is less certain. But notice how the voice changes that level of certainty. They'll probably win. The speaker sounds confident. They'll probably win. Same words, but there is uncertainty in the voice. Even though it's the same words, the meaning is changed by that intonation. So here is a practice activity. Pause the video now and try to put these phrases into the 7 sentences. The answers are on screen now. With this second activity, think about why the speaker said the sentence that they did. The rules are very important, but it's also very important to consider why. Why are the people using these rules? Again, pause the video here and try the activity. Number 1, speaker has just decided. Will for a spontaneous guess, no previous plan. Number 2, present continuous, so this is a fixed arrangement. The person must have spoken to their friend and made the arrangement. It's going to rain. Using going to, there must be some form of present evidence, so we can actually see those clouds above us now, not just coming closer, but above us. Of course, the variance there depends on the speaker's own certainty. Number 4, the speaker has just decided to watch Netflix. The lunch break is at 1, using present simple because it's a timetable of the day's events. Next month I'll be 50. Certainly no plan here. It's something that we don't have any control of. He'll arrive late. We're making a strong prediction here. So we can be sure that we know he is usually late. Are you going anywhere this weekend? The speaker asking that question expects that the other person has probably some form of a plan for the weekend. My team probably won't win tonight. So the speaker is pretty sure, fairly sure, that they cannot win. Food prices will go up. The speaker thinks this is very likely. For some further study and practice with this language, you can of course look at My English Lab, the relevant activities for this section in the book. You can also study the book activities themselves, page 48, 134 and 135. You can also look at websites such as the British Council, where they have articles on future plan and degrees of certainty. For production practice, you could write a paragraph about your future plans. You could also write a paragraph with predictions about the future, focusing on subjects such as medicine, technology and environment. To practice these also, try saying it, speak with a loud voice, and use your pronunciation to show different degrees of certainty, especially when using the adverbs. Thank you very much for watching this presentation, and good luck with your studies.